I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's be free with me. Now looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. I'm so glad you're here to join me, and I'm interested to know what you thought of my AI presentation. I really wanted it to be accessible to everybody so that it kind of took the mystery out of it and you would be willing and able and excited about trying it. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Suze. I see your comment. I watched your video and found it interesting. I really like how you can do so much with AI. You can do so much, really so much. It's amazing. I've been really studying it for almost 2 years now. So there's a lot of wonderful things you can do, and I'm still learning. I study pretty much every day trying to find new things to help me with it. If you have any questions, please just ask them and I'll try to answer them. Oh, hi, Melinda. Hi, Sandy. Your presentation was fantastic. I can't wait until your live class next week. Yes, I do have a live class. It's on Wednesday this week. It's 2 hours on Zoom. And if you have an all access pass, sign up for it, because even if you can't make the exact time, I'm going to be recording it. So you'll see the whole recording and I'll send you that in an email afterwards. So if you do have an all access pass, go ahead and sign up for that. And then you'll get it in your email later if you can't make it with us live. I'm planning to make it really interactive. I don't have a set agenda to teach except to show you some tricks I didn't put in my presentation. But I thought it would be fun if we all just do kind of spontaneous prompts and practice prompts together, and you can all chime in with different suggestions, and it'll be really fun to see what we make. So I hope you can join me there. Hi, Jean. I love your craft room. It's so organized. Or is that AI? And then you laugh. Oh, yes, it's AI. No, this is not my craft room. I made it on AI. It's my dream craft room, which I wish I had, but I don't. Hi, Dean. Sandy's class was so good. I never really wanted to make my own illustrations before, but now I can't wait to try it. Oh, I'm glad to hear that because I think I told my husband the problem is I feel guilty because it's going to be an addiction for a lot of you. And here I am fostering a new addiction in your life. But if you're anything like me, you're going to find that it's just really so much fun to do. Hi, Fran. Where is the best place to start? Well, go back and look at my presentation and at the notes. And if you should have gotten the handout, it should be right there in my freebies on my presenter page. And it's like 20 some odd pages. And there's so many places to do AI these days. I mean, I can't even list them all. And so you want to look for something that's free to start. And then you're going to probably need to pay if you do use it very much, or if you want some of the more sophisticated kind of options. But I do talk about it in the presentation. So just review that and look at some of the options there. I started, well, Canva changed theirs, but you can use it for free on Canva if you have a Canva free account. And I use Midjourney almost, exclusively now. And they have minimal accounts too. There's so many of them. So just, that's all I can tell you. You have to check around for yourself. And I give you some suggestions in the presentation. Hi, Kathy. Are there detailed instructions as per the AI workshop? If so, where do I find them? Yes, the detailed instructions for my AI workshop. Oh, you mean for the workshop that we're doing on Wednesday? No. But for the presentation, they are in my freebies. And normally people use the worksheet link, but everyone had a hard time finding my long 20-page worksheet last time. So we put it in my freebies section with my free AI. I made some AI images for all of you, and they're freebies also there on my presenter page. So there's two things under my freebies. One is the long worksheet, and the other one is some freebie images that I made for you to download. So I'm so glad you're all here. Okay, how do you change it to a PNG form to use in print and cut in your Cricut? Well, on my presentation, I will show you how to do it in Canva. Now, there's lots of different upscalers on the web, and you can look them up for yourself. But in Canva, what you do is you download it as a PDF. And then what I do, again, this is my process. And so there's a million ways you can do that. But once it's in PDF form, if you have something above Acrobat Reader, not the Reader Acrobat, but to just look at your PDFs, but if you have something above that in Acrobat, which I do, then you just you export the image out of the Adobe Acrobat as a PNG, and it automatically is 300 DPI, which is what you need to print. So that's my process, but there's a lot of ways of doing it and a lot of different software options for that. Hi, Christine. I love using AI. Is there a way to educate the generator with a photo if it cannot find the subject that you want? Yes, there is. And so maybe we'll look at doing that on Wednesday too in my class. You know, I couldn't cover everything. I mean, there's just no way I could put it in a very basic presentation like what I did for the summit. But yes, you can prompt using other pictures to get something the style that you want. And there's ways of making it consistent. If you look at things that either from my Facebook group where I release images every week, or in my email where I send out images every Friday, sometimes you'll see that I'd make card panels and they all, maybe a set of 6 or 8 of them, and they'll all look very much the same style. And there's ways of doing that. Yeah. Do I have a giveaway? Yes, I do have a giveaway. So I think the link is going up in the chat right now. And the giveaway is that you get a one-on-one free hour with me on Zoom to answer any questions that you have. We'll just do things individually. So that is my giveaway. And if you want to spend 1 hour with me online just talking about all this, that would be great. So go ahead and sign up for it. Hi again, Melinda. I noticed that you have caps differently in different prompts. In other words, all caps for famous artist names, you just capitalized words for other names. Does this make a difference? No, but I did that for my presentation just to draw attention to what I was talking about. So if I said in the style of Van Gogh, I capitalized Van Gogh so you could see on the presentation that it drew your attention to that. But no, when you're prompting for the regular, in a regular generator, it doesn't matter that you have it in caps or not caps. Hi, Laura. How can I change the aspect ratio in Magic Studio? Well, that's a good question because I'm not really sure in Magic Studio how to do it. All of them have ways to change the aspect ratio, and that is one of the things I wanted to show you on Midjourney on Wednesday. Usually there's either a slider somewhere that you can find, or there's a code that you enter in for that generator to change the aspect ratio. So for instance, on Midjourney, there is a slider option too, but if you want something specific, you do a --AR for aspect ratio, and then you can put in whatever aspect ratio you want, like 16:9 or 2:3 or whatever you want, and it'll produce whatever size you need. Hi, Sherry. Can you recommend an AI option that's free to practice with? Well, most of them do have free options, and almost all of them have a free option that you can practice with, but you're limited to the number of images that you can produce. So all of them have it. Bing has one now. And like I said, Canva has one. Almost all of them do. Just look for free AI. Just Google it and you'll see a whole bunch of them. And then you can compare for yourself. It's so hard to say because they're all popping up so new. Flux is one. They're changing so frequently. So you need to just double check for yourself. And I'm sorry that I can't be more specific about that. But in my presentation, I give you a lot of different options at the beginning. Even, it's just going straight out of my head right now. Creative Fabrica has their own AI generator now. And if you do have a membership to Creative Fabrica, you can experiment with theirs. Some of these that are free are not as sophisticated, so you're not going to get as maybe detailed or exactly the image that you want, but they're fun to play with. And so you can go ahead and do that. Hi, Pam. I noticed that you switched from Midjourney to Canva. Does that mean that the AI programs don't allow printing? Yeah, the thing is you have to upscale them. And what I mean by upscale is that AI images, depending on which generator you use, are not at the level of clarity that you need to actually print images. For print images, you need them to be 300 DPI, which sounds fancy, but it really means dots per inch. So in other words, you need to have a certain number of the dots in your image need to be close enough together that when it prints, it's clear. And most AI generators only at the most would make them like 182 dots per inch, and then you have a problem because if you're going to use it online, no big deal, but if you're going to print it, it has to be up to 300. So that's called upscaling. So almost everyone has some way of upscaling, or you have to do a separate upscaler, and there's lots of those on the internet. I happen to be able to use Canva's as my upscaler because I use it so much in making digital cards and things. And so for me, that's the easy way to do it. But there's lots of upscalers you can use on the internet to make it change from the 92 or 182 up to the 300 DPI. Does that answer your question? I think so. Hi, Kathy. I know you from my Facebook group. I saw the images, but not the instructions on the project file. Yeah, they're not in the, well, I think there's a link to them in the project, but there's the instructions right there under my freebies. I can post a link too in my Facebook group. I'll try to do that. And speaking of Facebook group, I would love to have all of you come and join it. Some of you, I recognize your names, like Kathy and Melinda, who are in there. And we just passed 3,000 members yesterday. So I'm super excited about that. And I give my images out every week. And we have lots of people. It's not just for digital cards, it's for all kinds of card making. And so I really would love to have you join that and join us there. We have a great time supporting and encouraging each other. Hi, Laura. Can I incorporate an image of my own into the AI to modify it? Depends on what AI you use. For instance, with Midjourney, you have to have a certain level of membership. In other words, you pay a certain amount per month to get to the level where you can actually import yours and edit it. So most of them are like that. You know, it's just like everything else. You get a certain amount for free, and then when you start adding on, you can do those things. Every single one of them is different. But for the most part, the more sophisticated AI generators do allow you to do that, but you have to have a certain membership before you can get that feature. However, what I said earlier about how you can upload a picture to be a prompt, in other words, to be part of your prompt, you can do that just anyway. Okay, Kathy, let's see. Do you ever use Photoshop as your upscaler? I actually use Photopea, or Photopia, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. It's PHOTO, like photo, and then PEA.com. And I use that quite a bit, not really as my upscaler, but I do use it a lot for taking out backgrounds and things like that. And it's free, or you can have like a $5 a month subscription to take the ads out. But it works just like Photoshop. Let's see, can you use generated images commercially, and what training data do these apps use? Every app, do you mean training like training the AI, or do you mean training like training you? I'm not sure exactly what you mean, but most of them, you have to read the licensing. Most of them, you can use all your images commercially for yourself. But I can't speak to that because every license is different and all of that. I just read this week an article about some judge somewhere said that AI images cannot be copyrighted. So, you know, this is a real changing area also. But for right now, almost all of them, you can use your images commercially. Hi, Fran. The gift box image you used to represent your giveaway, was that all AI developed by the format and color, etc.? You know, I don't remember. Isn't that terrible? I don't know. We submitted those to Stamp Me Some Love last fall. And yeah, I think I did. I think I did make that. Isn't that funny? You know, I make literally hundreds of images every week. If you were in my Facebook group, you would see, or my email, I generate a lot of images. And so I kind of forget about exactly what I've done. That sounds silly, doesn't it? I've seen a lot of people here in our group, but I'm can't read it too well. What craft helps you relax most? Well, I love making AI images. You know, I was always a textile person. I did quilting and sewing and counted cross stitch and you name it, anything with textiles I used to do before I got into card making. And then I became an Altenew educator and I was really into card making. It just, that relaxed me so much. And then I ran into some medical issues that caused me to, let's say I was passing out on my craft table and having some challenges. And anyway, I had to kind of switch into a digital realm. And once I discovered AI, that was kind of it. I just really love, right now, what I'm doing besides teaching digital card making is I love producing AI and creating images for other people to use in their card making and scrapbooking and journaling. Oh, that's a wrap already. Holy moly, it's already 20 minutes. I can't believe it. Well, I hope to see you guys at in my Facebook group. And you can always, I'm in there every day to react and make comments and answer questions. And I hope to see you on Wednesday for my bonus class if you have an all access pass. So thanks so much for joining me today for my live stream. And I'll see you next time.